Alright, so here's the third video on solving equations that are quadratic in form. Alright, so if you watch the first two, you remember this this middle term here, we need to square it and make sure we get this first term. And that means it'll be quadratic in form. Alright, so we're going to let u equal this middle term here, x squared. And so now if I square both sides here, that's u squared equals x squared squared. And so that's u squared equals, and then remember you multiply exponents, and I get the first term. Okay, so now I'm going to take this u squared here and put it in the place of x to the fourth. See, it equals x to the fourth. And I'm going to take the u and put it in the place of x squared because it equals x squared. And so that's going to give me u squared minus 13u plus 36. Yep. 36 equals 0. And now we factor. See, I've got a quadratic I can solve now. So that's u minus 9 minus 4. Set each factor equal to 0. Alright, so I get u equals 9 or u equals 4. Alright. Now, we're solving for x, not u. So the u I'm going to replace with what it equals. U equals x squared. And I'm going to replace this u also with x squared. So putting x squared in for u, that's x squared equals 9. Or, and then putting x squared in for u, that's x squared equals 4. Alright, and so now I just use the square root property for on each of these. So x equals plus or minus, don't forget the plus or minus 3, or x equals plus or minus 2. And there's your two solutions, or not two, four solutions. Positive 3, negative 3, positive 2, and negative 2. Alright, so let's take a look at another example. Alright, so in this one, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to let u equal this, and then I'm going to square. Then I need to square it and make sure I get this term. Okay, so let u equal y minus 10 over y, and then if I square both sides here, so that's u squared equals y minus 10y squared. And I get this first term. So now this term here I'm going to replace with u squared, and this term here I'm going to replace with u. And so that's u squared plus 6u minus 27 equals 0. Okay. And then I'm going to factor. It's u plus 9 minus 3. So u plus 9 equals 0, or u minus 3 equals 0. So u equals negative 9, or u equals 3. Alright, so we've solved for u, but we need to solve for we need to solve for y, because that's what our problem's in terms of y. So the u I'm going to replace with y minus 10 over y, and this u I'm going to replace with y minus 10 over y. Alright, so I've got y minus 10 over y equals negative 9, or y minus 10 over y equals 3. Alright, so now we have to solve this. So if you remember, to do this, you've got a fraction, so we're going to multiply each term by the denominator to get rid of the fraction, the common denominator, which in this case is just y. And we also need to note that y cannot equal 0, because that would give us a 0 in the denominator of a fraction, and we can't have that. Alright, so let's go ahead and solve this. So I'm going to multiply each term times y. Equals negative 9 times y. So that's going to give me y squared minus, and here the y's cancel, minus 10 equals negative 9y. And so now I need to add 9y to both sides. So I get y squared plus 9y minus 10 equals 0. And then I solve this. This is a quadratic, so I'm going to factor it. So that's y plus 10 minus 1. So y plus 10 equals 0, or y minus 1 equals 0. So I get y equals negative 10, or y equals 1. And so there's two solutions. And now we'll do the same thing with this. Alright, so solving the other equation, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to multiply everything times y to get rid of the fraction. So that's y squared minus 10 equals 3y. And then I'm going to subtract 3y to both sides. So that's y squared minus 3y minus 10 equals 0. And so I have a quadratic, so I'll factor it. So that's y, and let's see, we would do minus 5 and plus 3. No, I'm sorry. Minus 5 and plus 2. Alright, so that's y minus 5 equals 0, or y plus 2 equals 0. And so y equals 5, or y equals negative 2. And there's those two solutions. So we get 4 solutions here. Alright, so I hope the video helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, thanks.